Well, hey everybody. What I've got for you today is a little bit of an AFK Wool Farm. So this thing has been built with simplicity in mind. My goal on this farm, make it simple to build, not too hard. So as you can see, it's pretty much a giant grass circle with a bunch of sheep in it. At the top there's some redstone. It looks pretty complicated, but it's just a few repeaters. It's like a little repeater clock. And then in here we have just the place where you're going to stand. I'll put that door back in just a second and explain to you why there was one of those sticking out of there. And then you just come in here and you pull out your shears and you hold down right click and all of the little sheepies get sheared. So basically the way this thing works is you have your pistons pushing the sheep around rather than using water. I'm using a little bit of water here, but that's just to get them jumping up and down so we can shear them. The pistons are doing the majority of the work because, as you may know, sheep are quite dumb and they like to walk, like this guy just did, in the opposite direction. So if we just have this thing pushing them around, then they just get pushed around in a circle, and it actually works pretty well. The other thing that's going on with this farm is that we have a lot of grass around it to try to get these grass blocks that the sheep are eating regenerated. And as you can see, it regenerates pretty fast. Now, it's not perfect, like not every single sheep will eat the grass before they come back around to get sheared, but most of them will, and that's kind of the goal. Well, anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at how to build this. So we're going to go ahead and place some blocks, and it's basically we're going to build an 8x8 square. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then we're going to go this way, 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oop, 8. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, and then on top of this, I would just light this up with torches because the grass needs light to propagate the grass to the blocks that have been eaten by the sheep. So just kind of put some torches all around like that. And then this right here is actually the level that the sheep are going to be on. Okay, so this right here. So if you want to, let's say, line this up with, like, maybe this is like the surface, then you're going to want to dig down 1, 2. So like if this was like your surface right here, and this is where you want your sheep to be wandering around, then you're going to have to dig down to build this structure here, and then also this structure here that I'm about to build soon. So then you're going to go all the way around with this. All the way around, you're going to just mirror the bottom layer like a this. Like a this, like a this, like a this, all the way around. There we go. There's our 8x8 circle. Let's just count it because I screwed that one up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, we got it. Next, you're going to build another circle around this on the outside and one on the inside. And the reason you want to do this is because grass, the way that it spreads in like a 3x3x5 area. So then this is sort of maximizing your grass spreadage. Could you please? I tell you what, these sheep have been kind of annoying me. Anyway, all the way around like this. Okay, like that. And then you're going to do the same thing on the inside. You're going to build a ring on the inside. Now, if you've already got this dirt here, then, of course, you want to just... Anyway, you can figure out how to build it like if you want to build it like in the ground. I'm showing you how to do it above ground. So, like this. It's like the more grass that you have in that 3x3x5 area with this as the center, I believe. Or perhaps the bottom middle. I'm not exactly sure how it works. But anyway, the more the merrier as far as the grass around that, as long as it's within a 3x3x5 area. So I'm just going to go like that. And then you want to light this up pretty good like that. And then you want to light up the outside as well pretty good. And this is in case like you want to be AFKing during the night. You've got plenty of light so that the grass will spread and grow and make you lots of wool. Okay, next we're going to go ahead and put another ring on the outside of this one like that. Actually, let's do the inside one first. We're going to do the inside ring like this. Okay, a ring like that. And then that's going to be, like, remember, our sheep are going to be on top of this block right here. So the next thing that you're going to want to do is you're going to want to cut out 3 of these for wherever you want your little water thing. The one over there is, I cut out that one, and that one. And then I put a chest, let's see, 1, 2, let's see, 1, 2, out. Okay, so then I put my chest right there, all right, and then I put it sideways like this, okay, and then you're gonna take and you're gonna put a hopper into the back of that chest. Let's break that for a second, and one there, and then you're gonna go and put 2 more this way. So basically all 3 of these are going to go into this chest, and that's going to be your wool retrieval collection chest. Okay, then you're going to put a sign there and a sign there, and then this is where you're going to put your water, and I highly recommend that you do that towards the end of the process. Okay, you want to do that towards the end of the process. The other thing you want to do is you want to put your sheep in last. Okay, just because sheep are super annoying. Okay. Then you're going to go ahead and you're going to go around this. I believe that right here I placed like a regular solid block, but it doesn't really matter. I put a concrete block there. That's the way it is in the example over there. And that's just going to kind of mark my place. It doesn't have to be concrete by any means. You could do stone or you could just do dirt. It doesn't really matter. Dirt is just fine. This is supposed to be kind of a quick and dirty, quick and easy sheep farm. There we go. Okay, so that's our ring, and then this is where our sheep are going to be going through. So the next thing that you want to do is you're going to break out this block right here. So I want my sheep to be going right to left here. I don't know why I'm doing right to left, doesn't matter. If you want your sheep to go left to right, you could do it here and place your piston there. But basically you want to make sure that they're always going the same direction. So I'm going to do mine right to left, just like the example over there. And then so I'm going to put a piston there so that when the sheep walk in front of this piston, they're going to get pushed this way. So that means now I want a piston so that the sheep get pushed that way. So I'm going to put one here, okay, that way. All right, and then they're going to come this way, and then I want them to push that way. So I'm going to put one to push them that way, and then when they come here, I want one to push them back towards the front, like that. So let me show you this. Okay, so pushing that way, pushing that way, pushing that way, pushing back this way. Okay, so now might be a decent time. Well, you know what? Let's do this. Let's do it this way. I'm trying to think of like when I would put my sheep in if I was building this in survival mode, because I've just been sort of using my spawn egg because it's so much easier. So as far as survival, I would probably breed them right in here, so that way you don't have to like kind of push them in or something. That's kind of time consuming and annoying. So I probably wouldn't do it that way. I would probably push them in first. So you might be able to like break out a couple of these blocks to get your first 2 into this center area, and then cover it back up and breed them. But the thing is, when you breed them, the babies will be able to jump out here. So what you're going to want to do is, oh, that's the other thing I wanted to show you. The other thing on the materials list is some half slabs, some slabs. So I'm just going to use stone slabs if I can ever find them here. And you just want to like put them all the way around like this, okay? And this is just to breed the sheep. So then once you put and you're going to put them all the way on the outside and all the way around the inside, okay, like this. And then you're going to put your 2 sheep in here, and you're going to breed them up until basically there's no more like room for sheep. You just want to breed as many as you can so that there's a lot of room. Because the way that this works is once it pushes a sheep, if there's no other sheep in this row, the sheep will just walk back. But if there's a whole mess of sheep in here, then the whole mess will get pushed into this piston, and then they'll get pushed around. So you want them so that they're pretty compact in here like this. You don't want any gaps like between the sheep. So you want enough sheep so that there's no gaps between them. That's as many as you want. If you want to do more than that, that's fine. But yeah. Okay, so then after you breed all your sheep, what I would do is I would kill all of these blocks in the center, because you no longer need them once they've all grown up into mommy and daddy sheep, and then yeah, then you don't need these blocks anymore. So the next thing is a little bit of redstone. Let me show you that. So what I did is I filled in this whole thing. I think that might actually be sort of a dumb idea, because like having more light coming down is going to make the grass grow better. But that's just what I did on the example, so you might want to leave it open. But I'm going to do all that just so I can show you where the redstone should go. Another thing that I forgot to mention is light up these 2 rows as much as possible. So like after you get your sheep all bred up, make sure to light up that row and make sure there's lamps on the bottom. Yeah, I did that. Okay. All right, the next thing you're going to do is you're going to take out your concrete block, which I, of course, forgot to do. Again, it doesn't have to be concrete, just your solid block, whatever, and you're going to put one right there. Okay, And then you're going to go over and you're going to get your torches out. And you're going to put a torch there. And then from there, you're going to put 1, 2, and 3 repeaters. And you want all these to be on 4 ticks. So we're just going to build kind of a longer repeater clock. That, okay. And then at the end of this thing, you're going to just put 2 pieces of redstone like that. Okay, so that's going to be your clock. The next thing you might want to do is put a lever right there, and that's my on-off lever for the clock. And I'm just going to turn it off for now. Okay, so it's off. Actually, when the lever's in the on position, it's turning off the torch, so that's what I mean by off. Okay, next, what you're going to do is you want to put a torch on like every other one of these. So it doesn't really matter, but a torch on that one, and I think a torch on this one is what I did. Okay, and you don't want to put one on this one or that one over there. Next, what you're going to do is you're going to run redstone to that torch, and you're going to run it all the way. I think what I did is I just did a solid line all the way along there. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take out your grass block again. It doesn't have to be grass, but the more grass blocks you have around your grass down here, the merrier. So probably grass would be the best choice. And then you're going to come here and you're going to put redstone on top of that. So basically this redstone line is going and activating this block, which is going to activate the piston. Okay, same thing on the other side. We're just going to do it this way, except it's going to be a little bit reversed. And then we got our grass block on top of this piston. On top of this piston, like that. Like that. Okay, so that's basically the piston pushing mechanism completely done. So when you turn that on, you'll see the pistons. Oh, whoops, forgot to do this. You have to connect these two up, by the way, to this center clock like that. All right, then if you want, you could punch these out just to let your light go on down through there. I didn't do that on the example, but it's probably a good idea. There we go. All right. Yep. Let's punch that one out and all these. Okay. But remember, don't punch these out because that's what's keeping your sheep basically in the system. All right. Okay. Next. The next thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to come right here and you're going to want to put some blocks behind these 3 right here. And that is so that when the sheep are sheared, their drops don't get out of this little area. You're also going to want to put a couple of blocks here. I'm going to use my concrete for that and my concrete for the back. Actually, it's going to be better to use grass. In every place possible, use grass. If the grass isn't going to grow there, then don't put it. But otherwise, grass is the way to go. You know what? I'm going to actually use concrete here. The reason for that is because I know that grass will not grow there, but it will grow here. So I'm going to put a grass there. All right. Like that. Kind of improvising this a little bit because it doesn't, you don't have to build it like perfectly. All right. Next, what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and put a dropper facing up right there. This was a temporary. And then you're going to put one facing over right there. Put a hopper facing into that dropper right there. And that is going to be our shear dispenser system. The other thing you might consider doing is putting a carpet on top of that, but it's not 100% necessary. All right. Next, what we have to do is find our, I knew I needed another menu. Oops. Find our half slab again. See? Half slabs. Where are they? Can never find it. There they are. Find our half slab again. And we're going to put a half slab right there. Okay. And the reason for that is because it's going to keep the drops going downwards into this area. All right. The next thing you're going to want to do is you're going to need to want to put water right there. A bucket of water, and then that's going to be your sheep like kind of jumping area. That's where they're going to be jumping up and down right there. And then you're going to be standing here to shear them. Okay. The next thing that I would do is I would go ahead and come down here, and we're going to take some sort of solid block. I'm just using white concrete for all my solid blocks today, but it doesn't matter. And then you're going to go ahead and put a solid block right there with a torch sticking out of it like that. Okay. Then down here, you're going to put 1 and 2 solid blocks there with redstone on both of those. Then up from this guy, you're going to put a solid block right there with a redstone torch on it, like that. Okay. Next, you're going to put a piece of redstone right there. Then you're going to go up 2 blocks from this torch, like that. Break that one. And then you're going to put a torch on it, like that. And all I'm doing is building like a tower up to this guy right here. So then you're going to take out your, we'll go back to the grass blocks, like that. And then I'm going to put some redstone on top of those. Actually, it doesn't matter. You can go like right here even, like that. Okay. There we go. And then that's going to just activate this dropper. And then another thing that you want is you want this torch to turn on when the dropper activates, because otherwise the hopper will just immediately pick up the shears and put them back in, and you won't even get a chance to pick them up. I did make one mistake. This chest right here needs to come out 1 block. So I need to put it out like right here, like that. And then I need to put one more hopper like this. So sorry about that. There, like that. Okay, so this is our basically our wool output chest, and then this is our hopper picker upper thingy. Okay, from here we're going to place a couple of blocks like that, one there, and then a couple over here like this, and then that's where you're going to be standing. And then right here we're going to come out here, and these are just kind of decoration blocks. They're optional. They're not necessary whatsoever, but that'll help you there. And then we need to put our iron door right here, like that, and then we're going to put a button there so we can open the door that way, and a button here so we can get back out again. It needs to be an iron door, because if you have a mob, like a zombie, like trying to break through, like he won't be able to get you if the door is iron or whatever. If you're building this inside, you don't need to build like the little AFK area, but you want that just so that it doesn't have that. The other thing that you want to be careful of is wolves. Like if you're building this in a forest biome or something, you will want to make it so that wolves cannot get in here and kill all your sheep, because yeah, that would be really bad. The very last thing that you're going to want to do is breed up your sheep. So put the sheep in there as I described, breed them up, and then break all the half slabs all the way around so that the grass will grow. Okay, but I'm just going to go ahead and do this because it's so much easier. The only other thing that you would want to do is, if you were really going to do this, you would want to fill up this dropper right here, or the hopper below, or whatever. You just want to put some shears in here so that they're coming out like that. And then you just want to make sure that they are coming out and sort of sitting there for a second, and then they should get sucked back in. All right, the other thing that you need to know is that when you're shearing your sheep, you want to sort of point up a little bit like this. Okay. The very last thing is make sure that this hole isn't here so that wolves and zombies can't get in. And then right there, if you can see it, that is our lever to turn the farm on and off. Well, this has been Hex. I hope you enjoy this little wool farm. I hope it serves you well. And God bless.